Our final quantities, sorry.
Well, you know what?
In the cleaver.
You enjoy. I'm just going to tell everyone a little bit about this box while you just finish your mouthful, my darling. This is that gorgeous gift box. I started this knife. It is Japanese steel. It is a nice thin handle, so it's not too bulky, but the most important part is the quality of the steel and the thinness of that blade. Can you see how thin that is? That means there's no drag, and you'll see this in action in a moment. It just glides through the vegetables and the fruits that you'll be cutting. I'm going to leave that one there, and while you describe it, Callie, watch this.
We started with about 5,000 of these last night. We have 1,700 left. That's how popular they've been. 3,300 sold, 1,700 or 15, something like that left. So just putting it out there at $19.95.
And
Look
you can
at you
see,
go to town.
I mean, look, that's taking no effort whatsoever. You're just literally gliding through. So whether you're doing peppers or whether you're doing tomatoes are actually quite difficult to cut with a knife because they can be a little soft, right? And you can see how I'm just gliding through those. So simple and easy. These are actually quite soft tomatoes as well. So you can see just how perfectly sharp that blade is. And in fact, I'm going to jump on down here if you don't mind switching with me. Because I would love to show everybody. If I take a stick of celery, let me get to those in a minute. Let me just cut to the chase here. Imagine if your blade was this sharp.
Whoa.
Right, because I can just go straight on through. Now, don't do this at home, but I'm just explaining to you that you can chop right on through that celery, and then I can turn it around and do it the right way. But even just the celery falling on the blade is showing you just how ridiculously sharp that is. Now, the idea of a mini cleaver is you can use it as a straight edge slicer, which is what I was just doing then, but you can also chop with it. So if I wanted to chop like this, that sort of rocking motion, I've got the heel of the knife, so I'm allowed to do it. Now, these have been ice hardened, so you can chop like that. That's that rocking motion, right? Really, really simple and easy to do when you've got the perfect knife for it. And look at that, perfect.
You are good with a knife,
slice.
aren't you?
Or, well, you know what? When you've got the right knife, everybody's good with it.
And it really is an important thing to have a right knife.
It's a great little tool, this cleaver. I tell you what, it's a mini cleaver, of course. It's not one of those big, giant choppers. And pick it up, Callie, and feel it in your hand for me.
Yeah, it's just...
It's not too big and bulky, right?
No, it just feels like a natural extension. It's got a nice balance. And you heard the Japanese steel. I didn't know about the ice hardening. That's a fascinating little factoid.
It sure is. It's ice hardened, and what that means is they actually heat the metal, so they forge the metal, and then they harden it with an ice bath. So it actually goes through a tunnel, through a nitro tunnel, and that hardens the steel, which will keep the edge on it for you, so it doesn't go blunt.
Nice.
So that's why we ice harden.
That's the key right there. We don't ever want to have to sharpen knives. This is all the information that I think you will find fascinating about the knife itself. But I know this has just been wildly popular today. I mean, $19.95, that is insane for Japanese steel.
4.8 stars is the average review on the other blade, which was the Santoku, and this is that accompanying blade. You know, the truth is, this is a wonderful gift too. I mean, imagine being able to buy someone a $20 present once you get to December.
Absolutely agree. Get a bunch of these $20 gifts, and that's a beautiful presentation. Everybody needs a great knife.
They sure do.
Especially this style.
And
I love this one.
Just see how simple that is. You don't have to be a good chef to be able to use that. It really is just so simple and so easy because of that beautiful long edge blade. It really does make your life so simple.
With everybody on the phones, we've got a little bit more than 1,000 left. If they make today, I would be amazed, meaning as in the rest of the evening. There's only one more show tonight with Chef Tonight.
That's right.
Take advantage. Don't miss out on this one. It's brand new, just introduced today.
That is so sharp, Callie. I mean, I'm impressed with my own work, I'm not gonna lie. And my wife, Lynn's, she was actually a big inspiration for this blade.
Yeah?
Because I took home a beautiful knife once and I said, look at this knife. And she picked it up and she said, I don't like it. And I said, you haven't even cut anything with it. She said, it's so big in my hand.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, you know what? I get it. So then I went ahead and I made these beautiful thinner profile handles, as well as that beautiful
Great.
thinner blade, so there's less drag, so it stays sharper for longer. That ice hardening is really, really important. It is a forged knife, Japanese steel. That is the best steel. It's always either the Japanese or the German steel. People go back, Swedish make good steel too, but my favorite is definitely the Japanese. And
Well, you can spend hundreds of dollars on a great Japanese knife.
Yeah, you sure can.
But you don't have to. Trust me.
even for those jobs that none of us really love, like slicing onions, because you don't want to cry, right? Now, the reason you cry when you cut onions is because you're squashing the onion. If you have a beautiful sharp knife like this, I mean, have a look at this.
Boy, this is really sharp. I
Isn't that
love
gorgeous?
this. With a sharp knife, oh my gosh, every job is so much easier. A dull knife is actually super dangerous.
That's very true. So quick and simple to use, and that's why people absolutely fall in love with these. It's why we get those close to perfect 5-star reviews as our
Yeah.
average 4.8.
4.8 out of 5 stars. Your final quantities here, you're not limited at 1 per customer either. So if you want to get multiples, I mean, this is how much space it takes to store in a gift closet or a shelf.
Oh, yeah.
For holiday gift giving. 871584 is the item number. Oh my gosh, 5,000 is what we started with. We're down to about 1,000 remaining. Don't forget, you mentioned you got your own olive oil. Let's talk about that for a minute.
So this is the